Hello boys, Koyoshi here, and welcome back to my 100% playthrough of Super Mario 3D All-Stars, currently on Super Mario Sunshine, and technically the last main level of the game, Pianta Village, and we are going to continue going through and collecting some of the blue coins in this level to try and do some interesting stuff. Before it, we have to get a secret going, and this secret is also where we're going to collect the 100 coin shine of the game, so hopefully we don't mess up. The winds are back again, just like they were before. I'm gonna actually start by collecting a blue coin that I believe I may have missed on the left side. Either it's on here or on somewhere else, because in Shine 1 I'm not sure, but I may have forgotten to collect a blue coin. I'm just trying to remember where that is. So yes, I did check around and I was missing quite a few blue coins, I believe. Okay, well here's one of the main ones I missed, which is why I'm gonna go and get this right now. So, spraying this area right here, we can cause a blue coin to fall down this little waterfall of some sorts, which is one of the few that I missed, and that allows you to get another blue coin. Now the rest of the blue coins aren't necessarily going to come from other stuff. They're going to come from Yoshi and Yoshi only. So as a result of how many coins there are in this area, it seems simplest to use Yoshi here to collect all the coins. Because, yeah, it makes it easier. And yes, I already collected the blue coin under the waterfall, which has now been confirmed. Just like before, there are quite a few ways to actually enter the area. My case is I'm actually going to go to the underground first because there's quite a few other coins hidden elsewhere. Most of the coins in this level are hidden in clumps. Since we do have Flood this time, this actually can serve as a shortcut to get to our side. Beyond that, it's kind of tricky to do stuff. This is one of the trickier 100 coin missions that I found. In order to really get it really well, you have to go around the mushrooms to collect some coins here. This also has the most extra rice out of anything, having a host of about 4 extra lives or whatever. It's absolutely ridiculous. There's quite a few coins sitting around this area, but we don't actually need all of them. All we really need is the ability to collect other stuff. Now, this area isn't necessarily painful to get through. It's mostly annoying at the fact that if you lose your water, you're pretty much dead, because losing all of your water causes a death in this spot, so you have to be kind of careful and conserve your water whenever you can, doing like quick hovers to get to all the individual spots. And yes, we have to go on almost every single mushroom to get all of their coins, because there are just too many coins down here not to skip them. This also makes this one of the hardest 100 coin missions in the game, because you can technically die during it. Not actually that hard once you get used to it. But this jump can be kind of obnoxious. Okay. Oh, I may have messed up, by the way. I did my best to collect a lot of coins, but the general rule of thumb is if you're going to do the shine really fast, you're going to want to jump down to the center straight away. Because, as you can see, those coins are way more difficult than some of the other ones. Again, continuing with the fact that Pianta Village is quite as annoying as it seems. I'm kind of an idiot, by the way. I probably could have easily just retreated that and chosen not to hover nozzle that until much later. I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of annoying. I'm gonna wait until the last hustle minute to do it the second time around. Now you can get some of the extra 1-up mushrooms, but it isn't recommended unless you're actually trying to farm extra life. So that said, I might actually use a little bit of this to farm extra life, since it's very easy to get to 2 of them. So at the very minimum, I'll collect these 2 extra lives before I do anything else. Not quite the same amount of water as I had last time. That's quite a bit less, actually. Hopefully, it doesn't run out. That one for sure I can make. I'm surprised this shine has so many 1-ups in this. Usually there's not many 1-ups to be had. Okay, this one's probably a safer one. There we go, that's much better re-entry. Time to take a bunch of damage, or I guess try to avoid as much as I can. Okay, with that done, we can finally go in for a little bit of different strategies. I guess for starters, I'll show you one of the more obnoxious coins to get, which is a beehive that has to be obtained, because, yeah, without it, it's not very likely that you will get the 100 coins shine to spawn. So now we'll actually go through this shine's main goal of trying to find and collect Yoshi and bring him a fruit just like we did before. Except we don't need to fall down there, that's kind of bad. Unlike this time, it is very easy to have the fruit just simply fall off, so we're not going to throw it, we're going to manually take it over to Yoshi. Triggering this, and we're going to start by just heading straight over to the spot that I least like out of all of the initial setups. Thankfully, there is a setup to get this a little bit better that I found, but I found out that I think I saw someone else die during this part when they tried to get this done, and they messed up quite a bit bad, so I'll kind of show how you're supposed to do the beehive. The beehive is actually intended to be gotten all the way from the right side, but you can skip it by just spamming in the right spot. It is a little bit trickier than you expect. There we go. This gets the bees to chase us, and then we're going to at them as fast as we can by doing some stuff. Okay, it doesn't help that a lot of my inputs are getting mashed out because my game refuses to give me the jump I want. And obviously we want to collect these kind of in a slow manner, but also as much as we can. Because otherwise it could get a little bit difficult otherwise. You can see there's a lot of coins here, so I think basically both of the beehives are required in order to actually get 100 coins. Otherwise you're never going to get even close to it. So safest to just go for all these as much as you can. Then killing the last one gives you a blue coin, and even with that, we're still not done with this shine yet. We'll start by heading up to this spot, which is directly above the area where you give the fruit, and you get a couple of chances to eat these bitterflies, which are required for another blue coin. This, along with the next one I'm able to collect, is all the blue coins you have to collect in this area with Yoshi. And while we could technically do the normal shine as easy as we could, I'd rather not deal with that. So rather than deal with that, I thought I would go ahead and just get the 100 coin shine out of the way, because this is one that I do remember is easiest to get with extra stuff. So here's the next set of coins that are absolutely required that I'm going to go ahead and get. Oh, that was a timer, Yoshi thing. I actually completely forgot that his fruit was out. So what just happened is he ran out of juice. I completely wasn't paying attention to that. I probably should have paid attention to that. I'll probably eat one more on the way here now to make that up, and I completely missed what he wants as well. Papaya, eh? That's what you want. And you can spray the fruit in random directions too. Okay, there we go. I probably should have taken a look at this. Considering that beehive took forever, it probably would have gotten a lot of stuff. We'll just go ahead and kill one of the bees straight away. Okay, I'm gonna actually use this to make it easier. Should have used this with the other beehives. Oh, jeez. And yes, Yoshi slowly loses his juice over time, and that's essentially his health. There we go. This gives us enough where after we do all of that, we can pick up a very easy 100 coin shine and do other stuff. Well, not necessarily easy. All of the previous 100 coin shines actually took a lot of movement optimizations to get properly and basic memorization of where all the coins are. But anyway, pound the ground in the center here triggers another series of coins to spawn, and after collecting 100, we finally gain access to the shine here, which for some reason spawns on top of the hand. Don't ask me why. We're going to just try and safely jump up to it from here and maybe do a spin jump to reach it. Okay, well, looks like spin jump's not required, so let's just jump up to it manually. Okay, we got it. With Yoshi as well. I'm still gonna try and do it as many times as I can, even though it probably would have been easier to simply use the hover nozzle to get up there. I like seeing the extended animation of the shine get here because it's really fun. Okay, now with that, we're actually kind of done with blue coins for a while because we got the sign one, we got a couple of the other ones, and we got the 3 only coins. So the only coins that are going to come are not until much later. In episode 7 and 8 in particular is when we're gonna get the remaining ones. So now we actually have to do this level the intended way now, and this is where the level becomes a little bit more trickier than I will admit. While there is, I guess, one shortcut that technically lets you go to the end area a little bit, you can't really use many of the extra shortcuts to get through here. And while Yoshi does give you an extra jump, the extra jump with Yoshi's not quite as good unless you use the spin with other stuff. And I keep on forgetting what he wants. It's easy to forget when you're not paying attention. Okay, it's coconut. I was trying to do a dive there and it didn't work. Whoa, where is it? Where's that one going? It's kind of interesting. Instead of giving the extra lives for the stage before that, they give the extra lives for something else entirely. Okay, I need to stop just falling down each of these holes manually. There we go, finally. I think it would probably be easier to just spray the coconut in a specific direction, so it always does that. But then again, it'll get stuck on the tree otherwise. Yeah, not fun. Okay, now I'll show the game's intended path from here, which can involve a series of 2 different changes. Either you go down to the left from somewhere else, or you head through here to get through a couple of other stuff. And we still have to deal with the winds again. Whoa. Ah. There we go. Jeez. We could potentially spin our way to each of the individual spots, but I want to play it safe just to avoid dying. This time we're not going for the extra ice because we already have enough stuff. Okay, I think I do actually need to spin here. Except I've got the angle terribly wrong. This is what I mean. It's very easy to die in this one shine, and I of course didn't make it to the extra life, so it means I fully lose a life here and I have to do the entire thing again. As you might have guessed, this is already a very hard level to begin with. That was me actually making a dumb mistake though, to be fair. That was probably the dumbest mistake I've made in a while. But I'm not saying it about being easy, because this is the last level of the game. It's expected to be easy. It's not expected to be easy. Last main level, I guess, before Claro Mountain, which is the true final level. Which I'll probably die in quite a few times, because there's basically instant death everywhere. And while you can use the hover nozzle, the limitations on your water make it especially annoying to go through. And there's quite a few blue coins you have to pick up there as well. That means in 100% you technically have to do it twice. Once to get through the area to get the blue coins, which may involve dying quite a bit, and then once you somehow manage to survive that, Okay, I'm gonna use this to get a better angle on this so I can at least spray it properly. Just to make sure it doesn't fall down somewhere weird again. Well, I could do a faster spray to make it go farther. I don't want to risk it going in a spot that I don't want it to be in. So we'll just go over here again. This time, though, we should actually get to the end, and once we go off, we are on a timer again, because, yeah, and the stupid winds are still back. Okay, we landed on there this time. Yes, the spin jump with Fuchsia I was trying to do before, it does give you a lot of good height, and technically does allow you to get through stuff, but okay. Alright. We're gonna do it like I did before. I'm gonna get the extra lives, even though we probably don't need to. Melts that off. And then from here we can jump into the mushroom to finally enter into the level. Okay, at least that part is done with, but now for the part that actually makes this all difficult. This is the game's most hardest secret and also the most RNG secret I've ever seen. This is the Chuckster secret that everyone hates. So anyways, these Chucksters are moving around at random, and if you talk to one, they'll chuck you in a random direction, trying to get you through some stuff. And the way you actually get thrown is based off of your position. And the reason why I say it's random is because of that. You have to talk to the correct Chucksters to actually get it to the end, but the way you actually throw you is based off of your position. And then beyond that, unless you know how to do this shine, this is essentially random for most people who do not know this, because, one, they start in random spots, meaning you won't know where to talk to them until much later. Also, actually getting up to each individual spot is random, because it can take a little while. Now, there is a little bit of things you can do, but, yeah. And the goal is to essentially chuck yourself all the way to the end to reach the thing. And each one of them is kind of different in their own regards. Okay, I have to touch this one rather quick. Well, I guess it's not technically random, it's just really precise because the way they throw you is based off of your angles. Thankfully, it's actually one of the quicker ones to retry and take down, but beyond that, I hate it because it's extremely random. And most of this is deterred by your angles. So if your angle's even the slightest a bit off, you will die immediately. And there's lots of other random stuff that can happen like that. That's what makes it random, is sometimes they will not even throw you high at all, and you just immediately die and have to reset. And the game does not have an easy way to get extra life, so it's very likely to get if you just get stupidly unlucky. And so far, I've not gotten any good luck here. You can mash controls around with left, and doing so may, change Mario's angle. But beyond that, it's kind of random. And also, if you don't talk to them immediately, they start moving around at random. And they may choose to stop. So if you don't talk to them right away, it gets really difficult to do stuff. So because of that, and pretty much every other reason I explained, if you don't know how to control this, you're probably going to just die almost every single time. This is the most unfair shine, because you can't really control what to do, except for a couple of things. one, if you use the arrow stick, Mario will move slightly farther than usual. Oh, so that allows you to control your angle. Which I was able to do. Oh my gosh, could I stop bouncing off those guys? Okay, now time for the worst one. This is the worst part about the entire shine. You essentially are forced to line yourself up, or I guess the simplest way of doing it is to line yourself up with this left-right side, have Mario positioned to there, and then talk to his Chuckster on the correct frame to actually make Mario land on this spot. And that was a little late. And if you're off by even a little bit, you just go into the pit like that. That's what makes this arguably the worst secret in the game. And you have to do it again in the secret as well. While you could technically, I guess, skip some of the Chucksters, it's not recommended to do so. And yes, every person you talk to will throw you. That's why they're called the Chucksters. Out of all the shines, this is probably the most infamous one. Because it's extremely random. There's no good strategy to actually set it up. Like, you can do all this work and just end up dying like several times. It's really brutal. Once you get good at it, the first 3 Chucksters are mostly consistent. The 4th one is kind of annoying, but easy enough to get. See? Well, he'll always go like that. It's this guy that's really brutal. Like, if you do not talk to him exactly the right way, it's crazy. And yes, you can talk to the characters from different angles. You have to talk to them from the perfect angle in order to get this shine to work. And he stops at random times. Now, there is a way to make him, a little bit better. And beyond that, though, it's kind of random. And there it looked like I was good, but it didn't work. Now, there is one way to make this easier, I already mentioned. If you talk to that particular guy from the left and then mash a specific button, you can make him throw you backwards. But beyond that, there's nothing that could be done. It's absolutely brutal. From what looks of what I learned, though, and see, they could just randomly do that too, like. One time they will throw you to the end, sometimes they will not. And also the secret is starting to get on my nerves, but then again, I'm not angry because I know this is the least favorite secret in the game. It's part of the reason why everyone hates this game so much is the fact that, if you talk to them from literally, like, it's a crazy thing that you can talk to them from several different angles, and it's for reasons like that that makes it so difficult. Okay. Can I at least talk to this guy so I can get out of this problem spot? Alright. It's like my 3rd try at this spot now. I'm actually kind of not sure if I should go from the left or right instead, because... You know what? I am gonna do that, because I think this strategy has not really been working for me well. The only real way you can line this up is to just do that. And, oh! Oh! What a tease. If I just hold the stick a little bit more, I would have made it. I think I finally found the strat now for that. After who knows how long. But it showed me at the last split second. Like, literally at the last second it did stuff. And yes, you can move the stick to make you go farther. That's why I'm not going in the correct spot all the times. Because you can hold the stick at specific spots. Which I guess actually makes this a lie that you can't really control the Checkster's throwing. You can actually control it, it's just kind of annoying to control. But yeah. That is not the spot I want you to stop. I want you to keep on going forward, buddy. Please. Okay, I'm gonna try Takitam at right this spot. Oh, too late. And it's too late. I could tell. I was hoping to talk to him in a way to throw it directly as there. At first glance, it seems simple enough until you get to that one part, and that's what makes it so bad. This is imbalancingly hard, which is why I say this is one of my least favorite games ever. It's just so hard to get anything done, and there's no consistent way to even get the one-ups of all things. Like, the things that are supposed to help you go through cannot help you here at all. And that was kind of pathetic. I probably should have actually used that. I guess you could technically throw up there to get one up that you want, but what's the point of doing that if he's just going to kill you anyway? That guy on the left, or at least one of them on the right, if you talk to him at the right spot, you can actually skip that platform and go straight to the leftward one, but I don't recommend it. And see, within just a few minutes, I've already messed up. Okay, well, looks like I'm gonna have to do the slow strategy here. This guy, thankfully, from the looks of it, doesn't actually chuck you as far as the others do, because each of them have set speeds that they're supposed to throw you at, so I figure enough's enough. We'll collect the extra life so that at least we don't game over on this shine, because out of all the shines to game over on, this is one you don't want to game over on, because it's the most brutal one, so it's the most likely to take all your lives. That looked like it might be too far to the right, but oh, I still made it anyway. And keep in mind, all of this is hard simply because the fact that the guy on the end is in a random spot. Ah, see? And sometimes even talking to them can be difficult. You know what? I'm gonna get him from here instead. You can get him from one of the different angles. I'm gonna get him from here instead. And hold down to see if that does anything. There we go. Frickin' finally. I'm not even... that's just a brutal shine to begin with. Like, out of all the shines, that is the worst secret level. Which is why probably many people weren't able to beat this as kids. So, yeah. Although I got stuck on earlier levels, if I somehow managed to get through all of them, I probably would have never been able to beat that level as a kid. That level's absolutely brutal. Like, once you figure out that you have to be extremely precise with the way you talk to them, it's arguably the most brutal level. And again, it's a secret level, so we have to do it twice. Which just makes it even more brutal. But first we have a timer mission here. The Piantas are gonna fall down, and we have to clean all of them. I just went away for a bit, and look. I can't believe it. Another fine mess, and it's a doozy. Some of the villagers are trapped in that burning ooze. Finished evacuating everyone a while back. I don't know what's happening. I think I may start crying. I'm sorry to trouble you after time, but please. Find the time to help us out again. 10 villagers are trapped in a slime. You must hurry. Okay, so this is essentially another one of the speedrun levels. We have to quickly clean off these guys as soon as possible. And because of reasons untold, I'm not going to actually talk to any of them early on. Instead, I'm going to make sure every single one of them gets cleaned first. Which, they're simple enough to find, but can be kind of difficult if you've not done the right spot. Thankfully, the actual path to them is not too bad. And once you get the hang of it, it's not actually that bad. But beyond that, we have to rescue each of these guys in 100%, and then as an additional factor to 100%, you have to talk to them as well. Beyond that, that's all we have to do. There's one kind of trolley hidden one that you might not be able to find quite a bit, so yeah. Now, only the adults give us the red coins, blue coins, so what we're going to do is climb over here, finish off the last one, and then as soon as we finish cleaning off them all, the timer will stop, which allows us to safely talk to them. And now we're going to talk to every single adult we just rescued. And I guess the kids as well, it doesn't matter, they won't actually give you coins. And we'll get one blue coin for each one we saved. So we have to go through essentially the level in backwards. But we talk to everyone instead. And this is where most of the blue coins are hidden. Quite a few of them actually are hidden here. So that's free. I'm gonna count however many I've taught to, just to make sure I get this right. Okay, that's just a regular eye. He tells... Okay, at least that eye told me thanks for your help, but... Okay, that's 4. That's 5. And then those 2 are the last 3, so that means we'll have all of the ones that we have. Your water can also be kind of tight on this, and also for some reason that guy's also a checkster, so he throws you in a random spot. Not sure why, but it is kind of annoying to say the least. Okay. We dealt with that. Now we just have to make our way back to the end. We can still die making our way back to the end, so we'll try our best to just do this safely. Oh, if I could actually talk to him, because he's, wait. I know what to do. So, as you might have guessed, we're in your debt. As a reward, please take this. He also called me to save Pianta Village, which makes a lot of sense. But yeah, some of the guys run around quite a bit, but as you've seen, if we spray the Piantas, they'll actually stop for a moment. That's how we're supposed to talk to them, is to spray them with water. Unfortunately, we can't actually stop them in that other level. The only way we were able to stop them is with other stuff. And keep in mind, we still have to do that secret level again, so, That one checkster level, man. The one checkster level of all the levels is the most brutal level so far. And you have to get thrown into even weirder angles once you get all the way to the end. So it's hard to know exactly where you should go. Okay, anyways. Oh, for some reason he leaves a flaming path this time to try and slow us down. Okay, but he's not quite as annoying this time, though. Thankfully, we've gotten him done. Okay, now that that's done... Whew. We're on to the last shine of this world, and also, technically, the last shine of this area. Well, not last shine of the game, but the last shine of this area for sure. So now we have to do the Fluff Festival coin hunt. It's just kind of a brutal star within itself. But before that, we have to collect some other stuff hidden throughout the village. And the first thing we're going to do is actually go on top of a tree, because if you climb on top of a specific tree and spray the water up the top of the right side, you can get a coin. But first, I actually have to get another one that I missed, which I was wondering why I was not going up to the side right, and I just remembered. And yes, I did look for all the blue coins. This time off camera, I just watched a full video for where they all are, just so I could at least get an idea of where they are. Okay, so in this one, you have to go to the right and spray in a very specific way. It has to land on the sun. It looks kind of tricky at first because you can't actually get there right away. As you can see, it's really specific. Also, I don't think it actually spawns during this time. It may only spawn during episode 1, but if you spray the moon on the top here, you can sometimes get a blue coin to drop down, and that's a spot where I missed one of my blue coins. Oh, and there's also a blue bird in addition to that. Nearly got up there. Okay. It's kind of crazy how late you unlock the nozzles in this. In fact, in particular, they unlock a lot later than you expect. Okay, where is he going? That's the question. There. As per usual, the bluebirds are some of the more annoying blue coins to get. Not hard, just annoying, because they have some kind of erratic patterns sometimes. But we got that. We're going to use our ground pound to cancel our momentum, just so we can get that done. And from there, we don't really have much else to do. I don't actually remember what to do, though, beyond this point, so I'm gonna search the trees this time and see what we can find. While we could technically go up to the top, I'm just gonna pick the rocket nozzle back up again before I climb back up here. Okay. You can kind of see where you're supposed to go at the top. Okay. Not quite as easy as it seems, eh? Well, that's because the intended way of getting up there is not with the rocket nozzle at all, but with a fluff. And of course, because why the heck not, the water is completely drained from the area and moved in kind of a weird spot. I'm surprised they drained the water here. I think they should have done stuff like that. But yeah. There's essentially two ways of getting around this level efficiently. The first is to use the rocket nozzle to try and get up to the top to get the shine, or you can use a fluff to then ride it all the way to a different area from where you can maybe get up there and get the shine. Beyond that, though, it's actually kind of difficult to get to. Yeah. Okay, I think I know what to do. It has to be a spin rocket jump. So I have to do a rocket jump and backflip moments before it appears. Ah! It's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted at all. That is terrible. Okay, I guess I may as well show you what I'm trying to do. A backflip rocket jump. Oh wait, I can't actually trigger that. Never mind. I guess I was not being bad. I didn't know that when you charge a rocket dump, you can't do that. Okay, alright, I don't have another choice, really. Alright. Looks like we have no choice but to follow the path the game intends us to do. Ah! Dang it. Well. This shine became a lot more brutal than I thought. And I do know where the shine is. I believe it is at the top of this tower. It's just I can't seem to make it up there because I forgot that you can't actually get up there unless you have a fluff. The first question is, how do I get to them? The second question is, how am I going to get even close to that? Okay, we got one. Now we have to wait and see where it takes us. Oh, I can grab onto this one apparently too. Oh gosh dang it, they all went away again. Sometimes, man, I don't even know where I'm supposed to go anymore. Ugh. This is obviously one of my least favorite red coin missions in the game, as you already noticed. If I at least maybe used first person mode, I could figure out where to go from there, maybe. Like I said, I've never done these shines past a certain point, or at least figure out the game's intended way of doing that. Perhaps Rocket Nozzle wasn't as good of a choice as I thought. I'm actually thinking of switching back to Hover now. Actually, I can grab this one. Let's see where this one takes us. Because I hate waiting for super long times, I'm just going to let this thing ride itself and see where it actually takes us, because I want to know. Looks like it's just a secondary way of doing other stuff. Where is this thing going, by the way? Yo, this fluff's not really moving. Yeah, I think I learned the pattern of them, and I don't like it one bit. Oh, there we go. I actually could just make it up to the top straight away. I just didn't know how to do it properly. Alright, now for one of the harder jumps in the game. We have to jump up and land on this central spot, which is not easy to do by any means. Right, the center of the sun. Twice. And that's our hidden secret shine, which is what I was trying to go for so hard. And we managed to get it. Finally. Took a lot longer than I wanted to, though. Now we'll get the 8 shine normally, and man, is this a long one or what? I'm not sure if there are even any blue coins left. I'm honestly not sure. My total will probably give me a good idea of where I'm at. 156. That includes some of the blue coins there. Just from that, I think I know that there's maybe 1 blue coin left, and then that's it. But, of course, before we can figure that out, we want to do this first. And then go back to that other spot later, and then do other stuff. Because why not? Okay, now for the actual festival coin hunt proper, which requires us to get 8 coins, which none of them are actually in the correct area you want to be in. So you have to pick up a different fluff and ride it to specific areas of the map to be able to get it. at your actual coins. It's probably one of the more obnoxious red coin missions simply because of the way they decided to hide the red coins. Just like before, you can walk up the first couple of trees, but beyond that, you have to be worried about potentially falling down. And the first obvious thing to look for is to check each of the individual trees to make sure they don't have red coins in their area. And then just leave that tree never to come back again. But you also need to keep in mind that some of the trees are used along with a couple of other stuff to get your coins to the end. Okay. I've not made the same mistake this time. Ooh. This is an interesting fluff. I figure since I wasn't able to really find many coins before, I figure at the very least let's ride this and see where it takes us. It's kind of awkward, actually. This is starting to get obnoxious, by the way, to the point where, since I haven't watched much in a while, I should actually watch a speedrun of this on the Switch version. So at the very minimum, I could see where the heck I'm supposed to go. Okay, looks like we found one red coin. There's still quite a few more to collect, though, to say the least. Oh, yeah, I know now. Cause why the heck not? Let's just put a red coin over the edge with the bees. Where if you don't move exactly right, they'll either hit you off or just do that. Well, that's an obnoxious coin position. So meaning I'm probably not to collect that on my first try. At the very least, I know where my first troll coins are, but we're still trying to figure out most of this, and we lost so many lives over the course of just that one veil. I'm probably gonna have to farm some extra lives here. Thankfully, like I mentioned, there is a pretty easy strategy for it, and a pretty fast one, too. You can either die or exit area after collecting all 4 of the other ones. Obviously, exit area is safer because you get other stuff. And you can probably farm up extra lives, but for the fun of it, I'm still not going to do that for a while because I still want to deal with other stuff. I will say, for however many coins you get access to, it's surprising how fast they take the coins away from you in this one. Absolutely brutal, I think. Not sure why they did that way, but it is what it is. And yes, that is one of the coin locations, in case you didn't already notice. Let's just... I don't know what the developers are thinking of. Let's just go ahead and put a coin right next to the bees straight away. I think the only real good strategy about this is to forcibly get the bees to follow us. Then hide in water so they can't actually sting us. And then get other stuff. Okay, their hive just respawns. I think this is about my only way of getting this done. I just need to run all the way to the left and try and get all the way to the end without dying. Because if I don't do that, I'm probably going to die anyways. If I get stuck, I just die anyway. As you can see, there's no reliable strategy to get that red coin, and frankly, I'm getting kind of annoyed at this. If I lose too many more lives to this one coin, I'm gonna actually do my first cutout in a while, just farm some extra lives to make sure I don't game over again, or go to a secret shine, because I don't know why they even made this a thing. Like, at the very least, they could have added Yoshi, maybe, to make this more helpful, but Yoshi only appears on the 5th shine of this level, so they made... This entire level was just made tight because of that. And there's no real good life strategy, since farming extra lives on the bottom would be even slower than normal strategies, so... You know what? I'm gonna make it a little bit quicker. We're just gonna yell into it and hope for the best, and... Okay. Really? That's... Now I collect it fine? Ugh. So I guess panicking was the badness thing that I shouldn't have been doing. I was just constantly worried about, falling off, and that's the main reason why I didn't do stuff. But anyways, checking the tree now. Now, this tree, I believe, is the main tree you want to remember out of all the other trees, because if you grab on one of the fluffs on here, I believe that is what actually allows you to go over to the cloud on the other side. But it won't work right now. It only works after you've collected all of the other coins, and also we kind of actually see a new path to take that we completely forgot about, so I have a new idea. That gives me a new idea for how we should do this properly. Though, before I do anything else, let's search the entire other parts of the level first and make sure we've collected all the red coins. Right. Okay, well, I'm so glad I finally found a consistent strategy to deal with that one coin, man. That's the one reason why this red coin mission was even hard to begin with. Not necessarily because of the annoying fuss, but because of that stupid B coin that for some reason they hid in awkward spots. If I was the developers, I would have hidden that in a much easier spot than that, because holy crap. Okay, well, we got up to 4 coins, miraculously. But beyond that, we're still kind of having troubles finding all of them. They're pretty well hidden, that's the big problem with this. I know where one of the other ones is, at the top of the tree, but beyond that, I don't know anything else, so... Most of this level is going to be spent trying to figure out where to get up to one of the other spots. Ugh, didn't even jump there. I wanted to look on the top to see if there was anything there. Okay, well, because I need the extra lives, I need to start doing this more, so I'll refill my water and then immediately go to the underside. This time using a shortcut so I can make it a little bit quicker, so let's find a grate to sash, if I could even find them, that is. Here's one. We're gonna do this one. Classic mistake there. Okay, well, at the very least, I know that that one's a trap, so I'm never going back there again. And yeah, it's sad to say I don't think we're going to probably complete the sign, even if I had a Chad, so I'm gonna stop this right here. Not the best spot to stop, but leave a like if you guys enjoy, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!